Every one of us will face a moment where pressure decides for us. A conversation we can't take back, a decision we made too quickly, or one we avoid for far too long. Most people like to say that pressure builds character. I push back on that idea. It's not wrong, it's incomplete. Pressure doesn't merely build character, it reveals it. And I learned this the hard way. Not too long ago, I quit my job to pursue something completely outside of my comfort zone. I packed one suitcase. A black car pulled up in front of my house. I was blindfolded, and when I opened my eyes, I was on national television. I was living with 16 strangers. No phone, no contact with the outside world, mic'd up 24/7, over 100 cameras watching my every move for an entire summer, competing in one of the most intense psychological and social experiments on television. That experience was called Big Brother. And yes, spoiler alert, I won. From the outside, my life could look like a highlight reel. Former collegiate athlete, nonprofit leader, reality TV champion, strategies, success, wins. But what most people don't see is this. Behind those wins were hundreds of micro decisions, moments where emotion battled logic, silence mattered more than speaking, and pressure didn't ask who I wanted to be, but revealed who I already was. That's when I realized something pivotal. Decision-making under pressure is the hidden skill that separates winners from watchers. The world teaches us to chase outcomes, applause, titles, success, fame, followers. But the real victory isn't found in the outcomes. It's found in mastering the process of decision-making itself. Because you don't need to be on national television to feel pressure. Every one of us is playing a version of the game. At work, at home, in relationships, in those quiet moments when no one is watching. And at some point, pressure will show up. Unfortunately, most people crumble under pressure. But why? It's not because they lack talent, not because they lack intelligence, but because no one ever taught them how to think clearly when everything's on the line. Here's what science tells us. Under pressure, the brain doesn't rise to the occasion. It defaults to its original wiring. According to the National Library of Medicine, neuroscience shows that under stress, activity in the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for reasoning and restraint, decreases, while the amygdala, our emotional and reactive center, becomes more dominant. Pressure doesn't subtract capacity, it reallocates it. That's why pressure is such a powerful revelation. It strips away our mask and exposes our true foundation. We're living in a culture that glorifies speed and reaction, immediate responses, instant opinions, constant performance. But research consistently shows that chronic stress and urgency degrade decision quality rather than improve it. And we see the results time and time again. Burned out leaders, fractured teams and businesses, fear-based decisions that cost people their peace, purpose, and potential. As humans, we cannot eliminate pressure, but we can learn how to master it. That's where my definition of pressure intelligence comes into play. Pressure intelligence is the life skill of making clear, grounded decisions when stakes are high and emotions are extremely loud. I'm not here to teach you how to avoid pressure. Pressure is inevitable. But I can give you tools on how to stay anchored through the pressure, to make better decisions that lead to better outcomes and better lives. There are 3 frameworks that sit at the foundation of every decision made under pressure. The first is this: the power of pause. One of the most powerful moves you can make under pressure is simply slowing down. Pressure tells us we must respond immediately, but wisdom asks a better question. Does this need a response now? Research shows that even brief pauses before responding improve judgment accuracy and reduce emotional reactivity, especially in high-stakes situations. On my road to winning in the Big Brother house, every reaction was watched. Every word mattered. And I learned quickly that silence in certain situations was often the most powerful move I could make. That pause creates space. Space to think, space to process, and that space is where clarity lives. So, the question to ask yourself when conflict shows up is simple. Does this need to be addressed now, or can I pause? The second framework is this: turning feedback into fuel. Under pressure, everything feels personal. I know my married couples can relate. But the feedback we receive doesn't have to be a verdict. It can be data. In the Big Brother house, criticism came fast. After the house living a public life, criticism came even faster. Some of it was noise, some of it was truth. My responsibility was to discern the difference. Pressure will tell you that you have to make decisions. Pressure will tell you, and might cause you to believe that, in the Big Brother house, some of it was noise, some of it was truth. My responsibility was to discern the difference. So you need to ask yourself, is this just noise? Or if it's truth, what can I do about it? The third framework is this: value vision over validation. Most pressure isn't external, it's internal. We've experienced it. The pressure to prove, to perform, to be approved, to be accepted. And when you don't know who you are, pressure will let the applause of people decide for you. So you need to ask yourself the question, who are you? And what values guide your decisions when no one is clapping? Pressure intelligence doesn't mean you will never feel fear or emotion. You will. It means you won't let them decide for you. A professor once told me something in college that stayed with me long after I graduated. There will be moments when nerves rise and pressure feels heavier than you expected. And when those butterflies show up, don't fight them. Teach them how to fly in formation. Being in that Big Brother house didn't just change me. It exposed what I had already practiced, what was already within me. Pressure is coming for all of us in our careers, in our leadership, in our relationships, in those pivotal moments that define us. And when it arrives, it won't care what your intentions were. It will reveal your training. Under pressure, we don't perform who we hope to be. We default to what we've practiced. So, when the butterflies show up, don't scatter. Make them fly in formation. Because the question was never if pressure would come. The question is who it reveals when it arrives. Thank you.